Hey guys, Scott with Attitude Custom Painting here. It's August 22nd, Saturday. It's 8:15. I got here about 7:15 to work on this, what is about to be a beautiful looking Cobra replica by Factory Five. So we're gonna seal it, base it, put some stripes on it, and then we're gonna clear coat it. So I got this in last Saturday. Customer brought it up from Paris, Florida. So we're gonna do all the parts at once, even though my booth is only 23 feet long. I figured I'd give it a shot. We got the hood, we got the doors, we got the hood scoop, which I've already fit, drilled the holes. Those coming along, so just want to show this to you. So we took it in last Saturday, and we've 2K'd it, we blocked it, we did all the seams. With these bodies, you have to mold in the seams. So we did that, we 2K'd it, and then blocked it out, 2K'd it again. So I slightly tinted the primer. I put a guide coat on the first primer, which is this, you see this buff looking primer. So I guide coated that, and then we slightly tinted it, probably 2% of a blue color. So you can see a difference where we went through on the top primer. So anyway, I'm getting ready to spray this. So I wanted to show this to you guys. I'll be hanging the hood and deck lid to lay the stripes. I decided to do it this way instead of being on the car because the frame and the motor is excellent. It's a 427, super clean, never seen the road. I don't want to overspray all over it, so I'd rather do it this way. And I just got to make sure I've already fit the doors, gap those, gap the hood and the deck lid. And I just wanted to make sure that, when I lay these on for the stripes, that there's a nice even gap all the way around. Otherwise the stripes are going to be off. So I figured I'd do it this way. It's safer, it's easier to spray. We're going to buff it, so overall it's just going to be an easy way out. Keep the overspray off the frame. So anyways, this is the first segment, and I'll be back with another segment soon. Okay, we're back. As you can see, I got it in sealer. This is a nice dark sealer I put on there because the blue is like a medium blue. It's a 2016 Chrysler color. And I wanted to make sure it covers real nice. Anything lighter would have been a real pain as far as the sealer. I like putting thin coats on just because if there's a little issue, a drip, sand scratch, a flaw I want to get out, it's much easier. If you put a heavy coat of sealer, it stays gummy for a while and it's harder to get. So I always seal everything. It always makes it nice to have a uniform color for the sealer to, or for the base coat to cover. So it uses less base coat, saves money, just makes it overall easier for the painter. So this section right here still has to dry on the hood. But anyway, this is a sealer coat. I'll be back with the base coat applied. Okay, we are back. As you can see, I got the base coat on, and I wanted to look up the name of this base coat just in case you wanted to use it yourself. It is a 2016 Chrysler color. It's called Hydro Blue. I don't recall what it came on. I did have a Dodge Charger SRT in a B5 blue, but this definitely is not it. I think it might have came on the Rams. But anyway, earlier I mentioned about the sealer, that I wouldn't go any lighter than this. Actually, I would like to go darker than what you saw on here. Because this was hard to, it was very transparent. It was hard to get to cover the blue. So, but I'm very confident I got it covered. I had to apply an extra coat on it. So, it's 10 o'clock now. Actually, I finished this probably a half hour ago, so it didn't take me too long. I got here at 7:15 and dug in on it. But pretty soon I'm gonna be laying the stripes. So I printed out this handy dandy sheet from the internet. Can't remember what website I got it from, so I'd give them credit, I apologize. But it shows the measurements of the stripes. So the center stripe, as you can see, is 1 inch wide. So I got all my tape here. So first things first, I'll show you what I got. Measuring tape. Actually, a good idea is using a sewing type tape, you know, the cloth type tape. So that way you don't risk damaging the paint, the delicate base coat. But this is all I got, but I wanted to mention that to you, that might be a good idea for you, to lay any stripes on above base coat. So I have 1/4 inch green tape, which is just a masking tape. I got 1/8 inch orange tape, which is made by FBS. Very good tape. I like this better than the 3M. This is 1/4 inch blue tape, 3M, 1.5 inch masking tape. We have 3/4 inch tape. So first things first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the back first, since this, I pretty much finished this first. So it's been sitting a little while, maybe 45 minutes to, 45 minutes or so. But what I'm gonna do is run a piece right down the center, 3/4 inch, not fine line, just masking tape. And then what I'll do, I don't have inch fine line, so I like using the 3/4 anyway. It's a little more firmer, so you get a straighter line. And then I'm gonna outline this with 1/8 inch orange. So what you have to do, when you do this, you can see there might be a real slightest gap in between the orange and yellow tape. So no matter you're doing graphics, flames, whatever, anytime you butt two pieces of tape together, you need to cover the gap. It's extra insurance just to make sure there's no bleed through, because trust me, just a little hairline bleed through can ruin a paint job. So you got to go back and fix all that. So I'm going to do that. So, and the way I found my center point, I just ran 2 pieces of tape right down the edge of the trunk jamb, divided that by 2, marked my center point, ran it up front. I guessed at the very front, and what I did, come up here and measure from the 3/4 inch, the edge of that, to the corner of here. Same with the other side. Both measured out perfect, so I got lucky on the first shot. So what I'm going to do is put the deck lid on, make sure the gaps are consistent. I'm gonna put 1.5 inches to kind of hold it on there, just to make sure it doesn't fall off and create a disaster and make me have to come in tomorrow on Sunday. So I've already marked the center point of here. I use the, I guess those are bumper bracket bolts or bracket holes. I use those as a guide just to, you know, find the center point, and then I'll compare that to the trunk lid, trunk hole, and we'll see how that looks once it's done. So I'll go around and show you what the base coat looks like. I'm just using a white. I'll probably use a little bit of an off-white. And I'll go by the measurements I found on that sheet. You can see how I did the hood scoop. I've already drilled the holes. The customer gave me the manual to go by, which really helped on the scoop. So I put the same amount of rivets in there. And that came out real nice. It is 2-ply hood. So fixing these little areas along the edge are nearly impossible, since there's really 2 complete hood slats in here. So the edges came out real good though on the hood itself. Here's the door. We did cut in yesterday, so the undersides right now are masked up. And what I'll do with the hood scoop, once I get to the hood, laying out the stripes, I will put probably 4 rivets in, just to hold it in. Not install the rivets, but just poke them through the holes just to hold it temporarily. So anyway, we'll lay out the stripes. I'll be back in a little bit and for another segment of this video. Also, you can see pictures of this car, progress pictures that we put up for the customer on our website, attitudecustompainting.com. For this particular car, you can look in the classic cars and trucks section. And you'll also notice another Cobra I did in there. So the customer painted it himself. He wasn't happy with the outcome. He towed it over here and we painted it. It's a charcoal. I think if you do a search for Cobra, I believe that was a replica too. So this is a very good quality body. I was very impressed with the quality. So we'll be back soon. Thank you. We're back. I got the stripes all laid out, and as you can see, I got them outlined in the yellow masking tape. So you can see the orange piece of tape on the inner stripe, the divider stripe, which will remain blue. I have 1/8 inch with the 1/4 inch covering the gap, like I mentioned. Got it running down at the bottom here, and according to the sheet, I have 6 1/4 down at the bottom, 6 1/4 at the top there, and then we have 7 1/4, 7 1/2 up front. So as it goes back, it gets narrower. Start out at 7 1/2, and then it goes to 7 1/4, right in front of where the scoop will mount. And then the leading edge of the hood is 6 3/4. And then it goes to 6 inches up front, and it remains 6 inches all the way down. Now, according to this sheet, it looks like the stripe should go right outside the bottom scoop there. So 6 + 6 + 1 = 13. Well, this, I don't know if that was an old diagram, but this scoop measures out 14. So the stripe will go right inside the edge there, which doesn't look that great, but that's how it measures out. So this scoop is 14 inches wide. So I guess according to this, maybe this was 12 inches wide. I believe this is considered a Mark IV body. I'm not for sure. So what we have to do, and I've already done it in the back here, is where it overlaps where the tape went onto the deck lid. What you have to do is right in the center here, you push this down, halfway you cut this very carefully. Okay, tuck that down a little bit. You do this to all the seams here, all the gaps. Double check, make sure, because it's hell if you don't, if you forget one and you start pulling this hood back off. So, or pull a panel back off. So once you do that, you will have it end shortly here. Probably about right there, about 1/8 of an inch. So what you gotta do is finish that off. So what I did was just extend that down right there with 3/4 inch. And that makes it nice and neat, finishes off. You only have to do one edge there. Of course, the center, you have to do both sides. So, and then I did this side, and then you'll mask this off. According to that diagram, you just want the white stripe to go over the edge and not onto the flat surface. Not right there, so I stopped it right there. So I will cut all these gaps where it overlaps the tape. And then what I'll do, I'll pull the hood off, mount the scoop, and I will continue, put a couple rivets in to temporarily hold the scoop, and then I will run the tape to continue these stripes onto the scoop, and then I'll cut those seams and then pull the scoop back off and finish masking everything. And then of course I'll bag the whole rest of the body. Now there's another way you could do this too. You could always paint the center white and then just mask up the stripes. You could do this reverse. But the way I did this, the reason I did it this way is because the blue is very transparent. I knew I was gonna seal it. So a couple coats of sealer, 4 coats of blue, and there now you have 7 coats buttered up against the white, versus where I've done the blue. It's nice and neat, and I'm gonna put probably 3 coats of white on there. So 7 coats versus 3 coats. I'd rather have the white. You gotta make sure the white covers the blue though. So, but I'd rather do it this way. A little more masking, of course, but I think it'll work out better this way. So one more look at this. And of course I did the bottom down here. I did the same way. I finish off the edges. So make sure you use a super sharp razor blade, brand new, or an X-Acto knife. You can, you want to use a new blade. So cut it right down the center of the gap there. Fold it down, nice and neat. You also want to finish the edges of the hood on this particular car. I guess most cars, they have the, some cars have real thin edges. This fiberglass probably has almost a 1/4 inch overhang. So you want to make sure that looks nice and neat too. So you want to finish off those edges too. So I still got to finish off at the front here of the deck lid. And so I'll cut this off, cut it, pull the hood off, install the scoop, do those. So right now, let's see, I started at, I got here 7:15. What time is it? It's 11:15 right now. So I should have it cleared and striped and everything. Hopefully, if all goes right, probably by 2 o'clock. So there you have it. So I'll do a couple more segments. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we are back in the booth. As you can see, I pulled all the paper off. Everything's looking good. I did a couple touch-ups. So no big deal. Everything's looking good. You can see the white stripes. You can see how I did the edge inside the hood here. The hood's off, all the paper's off. So we're getting ready to clear here. Everything's looking good. Also for the customer, what I did, and I had asked him before, I almost did not do it, but I went ahead and put a coat of what's called Big Blue Pearl, which is a Harley-Davidson color, over the white. And what that is basically a glorified pearl. It's bigger than your regular powder pearl. Has a real nice sparkle in the sun. It doesn't alter the white. And it should look real nice. I almost didn't do that, but I did do it. So you really won't see it unless if it's out in the sun. So it should look real nice. Here's how the front came out. Nice clean lines. So the right side. Okay, next step, clear coat. So right now, let's see, it is 1:15. So it should take me an hour, hour and a half tops. So it should be right on track. So everything's looking good. Here's what I was talking about on the lip, how thick the fiberglass is. You can see what we did here. We rolled the edge over, looks nice and neat, nice and clean. There's nothing we can do about inside here because that's where it's 2 pieces. So I figured we could spray that black, kind of conceal it so it doesn't stand out. So next step, clear coat. So I'll be back, show you the final process, final segment of the video. Don't forget, you can see pictures, attitudecustompainting.com in the classic car and truck section. Sure, we'll have on this job probably about 40-50 pictures. So you'll see the actual frame with the motor in it. It is drivable. He hadn't had it on the street yet, but we can drive it in and out of the shop here. So I thought about bagging this, bagging the frame and putting the body back on once we primed it. But the alignment is not good and it takes 3 people to push it. So as light as it is, it's just, we could not push it. Or I could not push it by myself. So it took 3 people to push it and I wasn't about to do that. This will make a nice cleaner job. And as long as the hood and deck are exactly in the same position as when I did the stripes, all should be good. So clear coat next. See ya. Okay guys, it's 2:40 and I'm all done. So just got done clear coating it. So I think it came out real nice. Gonna wet sand and buff it Monday. Let it cure over the weekend. And what we'll do, we'll go ahead and mount the body, we'll go ahead and install it, and then I will take pictures and take another video. I'll do a separate video. I'll just merge all the short videos, the segments I did today, into one big video. I think it came out real nice. Customer should be very, very happy. So it should look real sharp on the body, or on the frame. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Be sure and like it. If you would please, be sure and subscribe. Every once in a while I'll put up a video how to, maybe a cool job that I'm doing. So let you all in on the action here. So again, don't forget there's pictures of this car and lots of other. I got about 31,000 pictures up on the website. Motorcycles, cars, classic cars, trucks, all kinds of stuff. So hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.